Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, that's okay. Let me tell you. My name is Sasha, and this video today is going to be about the 40-year-old camper that I just bought. If you are new here or you're just catching up with me, I bought a 1988 Chevy Honey about 2 weeks ago, and the plan for this motorhome is to turn it into my permanent living residence. The plan is also to travel the US, become a content creator, make money off of that, and full-time travel, boondock in the woods, become one with nature, be a woman of the land. That is the plan. Walk barefoot in some grass, maybe swim in a lake. Maybe, who knows? So I'm catching you up on what's been done so far to Honey. When I first got Honey, the first thing I did was clean the carpets. Only the carpets of the furniture that I plan on keeping. So basically the cockpit area. I cleaned both chairs in the cockpit area, and I also cleaned the couch that we plan on keeping temporarily because it turns into a bed and it's kind of cool. After that, I took off these little things that cover the blinds. I don't even know what they're called, but they were really ugly and I felt like they were making the space feel claustrophobic. So we did that. Small. I tried to get my confidence up when I tried to get my confidence up before I dove into anything huge, because I don't know exactly what I want to do with this place. But speaking of what I want to do with this place, let me give you a little bit of an idea of the vision, but I'm just not sure exactly how to execute it. So I'm thinking green, I'm thinking eclectic, I'm thinking purples, I'm thinking pinks, I'm thinking blues, I'm thinking gingham somewhere, I'm thinking striped bed sheets, I'm thinking orange, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking some suns somewhere, some moons somewhere, because I love the celestial shit, I'm thinking fun, but cozy and comfortable, but also bright, and not too warm, but a little warm. I'm thinking maybe we do something with the wood. Maybe we paint the wood. Maybe we wrap the wood in another wood vinyl. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So usually when I see campers and RVs and motorhomes, they're all always the same vibe. And there's nothing wrong with the vibe. But I don't want you guys to look at my camper and be like, is that Sasha's camper? You know what I'm saying? I want you to be like, I know her, that's my bestie. I watched her build that from the ground up. Like, that's what I'm thinking. So after I cleaned the carpets, and after I cleaned the furniture, and after I got rid of those weird things around the blinds, I decided, okay, I think I'm ready to bring some color into this place. Or so I thought. Started to get a couple of paint samples of green. Let me tell you something. I have never done a renovation of any kind. I've never painted anything, any type of wall or anything like that by myself, ever. I've never done anything on this level before. I don't even know how to describe this. I've never done anything carpentry-like. Let's just say that. I don't know if that's even the right word. Went to Lowe's, looked at so many paint samples. Got a few. None of them looked good. It's weird because, like, when you're looking at them in the store and then you bring them back to your space and you paint, they just don't look the same at all. They don't look the same at all. And I don't know exactly what I should be looking for in order for it to bring whatever it should bring into my space. Yeah. I probably got like 7 paint samples in the last week and tried them all and hated every single last one of them. But in the store, I love them. In the store, I thought they were amazing. In the store, I thought they were perfect. In the store, I was like, this is the one. I won't have to come back here anymore. I just kept going back. The guy got to know me. Like, he was like, oh, hey, you're back! Yeah, I am, unfortunately. After the paint didn't really go as smoothly as I thought, I decided that I was going to put that down for now, because you know what? Choosing the color of your space, and I know I'm making this a big deal, because I guess that's just the type of person I am. I'm learning a lot about myself during this time. I really am. I'm learning that I definitely get overwhelmed very easily. I freak out easily. But then after I freak out, and then I'm feeling the freak outness and the overwhelmment, I still dive in, I still dive into it. I still am like, okay, this is not the end. This is not it. It's not over. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give up, at least. After the paint samples didn't work out, I decided, you know what? Let's do something a little easier. I know that I wanted green in my space, and I know that I wanted green tile for the kitchen. I have two kind of like big, or three, maybe two or three big things that I want to do that I know I want to do. I wanted green tile backsplash in the kitchen. I know right now that it's so basic because everybody's doing it, but I still think that it's cute and I like it. So I got a tile backsplash peel and stick from Amazon. I put it in and she's still there. Can you see it? She's right there. You probably can't see. The light might be horrible, but she's right there. I don't like it. Now, let me explain to you why I don't like it. I don't like it because I feel like it looks cheap. I feel like it looks like peel and stick tile. Now, it's like, okay, what did you expect? Because it is peel and stick tile, but it was like, in the photos, it didn't really give peel and stick tile. It gave luxurious thing that you can do. And everybody talks about it as if it is this freaking really, oh my god, this is so amazing, what a great way to... But what they don't tell you is the feeling of that peel and stick tile. It literally feels like if we got spaghetti sauce on that, and that spaghetti sauce dried on there, and then I had to use a microfiber to like wipe that down, I don't think I would be able to wipe it down properly. It would probably fuck up the entirety of it, and there would probably be lint stuck on it. Like, that's the type of material that it's made of. You know a rubber ball, like a rubber bouncing ball. If you open a rubber bouncing ball, it's made of that. Does that make sense? Wow, the light is hitting me tremendously, and I'm trying to move with it because if I'm back here, it's like not okay. We can just not freak out. Why didn't you guys tell me that, Sasha? Not freaking out is an option. We did the peel and stick tiles, didn't like them, left them up. I said, you know what? Let me let it marinate for a little bit. Let me just see what it's like to live with this for a little bit. And every single day that I did that for like the past week and a half, I looked at it and I was like, ugh, this would look better if this was real tile. That is an expensive and a heavy option, but it is an option. The other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to turn the countertop space that we have across from the kitchen area. I wanted to turn that entire countertop space into a tile surface because I feel like that would look so cute and it would be really vintage, and like I feel like it would also look really eclectic. I wanted a deep purple burgundy color, but like a tile that had some, not just flat color, but like a color that had some ambiance to it, you know what I'm saying? After we did the peel and stick tile, I was like, okay, I decided, you know what I want to do? I wanted to make the wall that we have, the partition wall, let's call it, that separates the living room from the bedroom. I wanted to wallpaper that for sure. I didn't want it to be plain, but I wanted to wallpaper it, and I wanted to make it my herbal wall because I drink so much tea and I want to have all my herbs and all my teas. I want to put them in mason jars and I want them to be up there. After the peel and stick tiles, decided to tackle the blinds. Now the blinds, boy, let me just tell you guys, oh my god. Purchasing blinds, like window treatments as they call it, I guess, they're expensive. Like nice ones are so expensive. Depending on how big your window is, it's probably like no less than like $70 a window. And I have a lot of windows in here. And I have a lot of large windows in here, thankfully. So I decided to like, you know, make a budget of and tried to look at the pricing of blinds. And I was like, damn, blinds are very expensive. I even went on Amazon. They were still very expensive on Amazon. Probably like $50 a pop for the smallest one that I needed. So then I was like, maybe I could just do curtains. You know, I would love to do curtains and I still want to do curtains, but I think like white flowy linen curtains would be so cute, you know? So that way when we're out and we're in the Oregon forest and we're cooking and we're chilling and we're having our, you know, we're boondocking. We got our windows open, we're feeling the fresh air and just enjoying the land. And the windows, like the curtains are just flowing with the wind. You know what I mean? You see the vision. I know you see the vision. And then I was on Amazon looking up curtains and they were really expensive too. Because you don't just buy one curtain, you gotta buy 2 curtains. So, anyways, when I was looking for paint samples, and I was looking at the blinds, I was pricing out the blinds and how much they would be there. And then I stop and I see that they have blinds on clearance for about $10. $10. And they're the good ones. They're these ones. These ones behind me. I got each of these for $10 each. These are so nice. Like, look. Like, you just... And they stay up. And then you bring them down. And they stay down. And it was only this color that was on sale. I think I'm just going to keep going. And just whatever I think and whatever I feel feels right. This is how people create homes that they love and they enjoy, in spaces that they just feel like are them personified. I was in Lowe's and I was returning something, and I took a quick little lap with my mom, and then I saw the wallpaper section, and you know what? I was eyeing the little wallpaper section that they had, and I was looking at wallpapers online to see if anything caught my eye, and I was like, all these wallpapers just look like old people wallpapers. Like, I know the thing is with wallpaper, it's either like too vibrant and like nauseatingly like pattern, like color, like nauseating, or it's like simple, classy, funny bunny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like neither of them were me, you know? So then I was in Lowe's and I saw this wallpaper. It was a lemon wallpaper, and I was like, you know what? I kind of like that. It just reminded me of like two of my favorite people. And I was like, you know what? I like that. And so I was like, you know what? I kind of like really like... I like the feeling that I got when I seen it and when I picked it, even though it probably looks like old Southern woman lady, like not really Sasha, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm somebody that I don't like to be in a bubble, don't like to be in a confinement of, like, after we did the wallpaper, God, I'm just yappalating. I decided, okay, I got a white paint sample, and I feel like white is kind of easier to work with, and I know, like, I didn't want a bright white. I know I didn't want anything too cream, too beige, nothing too gray, nothing too brown, nothing too yellow. I feel like I found the perfect white. Didn't get to use it, didn't get to see if it was the perfect white, I will tell you that much, because I started to rip off the wallpaper and I found water damage, and I already knew what this meant. It just meant that everything that I had did was literally coming down. So I started to rip up the wallpaper to uncover and look for any water damage in the front of the motorhome, so like the living room area. Haven't even touched the back yet. That's for another time, I guess. But I was unable to paint over the wallpaper because the wallpaper just had so many imperfections. There was like bubbles, there was wrinkles, there were so many holes from like past screws being in places, and it was like, you know what? I think I don't want to paint over this. I think it would be best to take this wallpaper off and then paint on the surface beneath it, if that's possible. Turned out that was not possible. I mean, I'm probably going to Google this and find out for myself, but can you just put regular paint on wood? Or do I have to put a specific type of paint on wood? You know what I'm saying? Like, or should I recover this place with wallpaper? Oh my god, they do have paintable wallpaper. So yeah, let me know what the best option is. If you guys have any ideas, should I do that with the paintable wallpaper, or do I have to look into a paint that I can paint this wood with and it not be a problem and like chip and crack and all that type of stuff? So after that, we found the water damage, and I have taken all the wallpaper off for the most part. At the same time of taking off all the wallpaper, I also had to remove some of the furniture because the wallpaper was in the way. The furniture was in the way of the wallpaper, and I wanted to be very thorough. So we took off the cabinet that was here across from me because we wanted to do that anyway. And it totally opened up the space. That, and then I took out the couch that was here because, come to find out, bear with me while I try to explain this to you. This box was on top of this metal container thing, right? Now this metal container thing is a cubby for outside of the RV to put stuff in. So it's like a storage box for outside. You know what I'm saying? You can put your outside tools, your hoses, whatever, into this cubby. Now, when we took this off, it was literally just like this. let me show you what's let me show you what the problem is. First of all, do you see that? That is the outside. And there's like a whole entire slit of outside, right? That can get in. Now, to explain to you why that's bad is because first of all, outside can get in. So like bugs, rodents, animals, snakes, roaches, mosquitoes, bees, wasps, the outside is invited in through this little crack. Okay? First of all. Second of all, your temperature and like your AC or your heat, whatever you're using at the time, is affected because it's like the door being open or a window being cracked. Like your AC or your heater is going to be working harder to keep this place cool or hot because you got a crack. You got a window open. You got all your windows open right now. Let me show you what happened because of that. And I don't think the old owners even knew that this was what happened, right? And do you see those? Do you see those? Hold on. Let me tighten this. You see those? You see all those? Do you know what those are? Those are wasps' nests. And they had free range to be up in this RV. And I will tell you, I have found so many dead wasps. Like, it looks like there was a wasp infestation in this motorhome. They're all dead now. And all these are, like, you know, empty and whatever. But that's what can happen. So that is where we're at right now. You know, she's old. So I expected a little something. I expected a little challenge. But I love you so much. And thank you so much, all of you. We have reached over 700 followers. This is crazy. We started this whole in January. And here we are with 700 followers. Welcome to our adventures! Adventures! I love you. I'm having a hard time saying bye because I don't want you to go. Hold my hand. I love you so much. And you are amazing. And I can't wait to see you next week. Here's your forehead kiss.